Hello, potato, and welcome to a video that is kind of a few things. First of all, it is a Just Add Water Wednesday. Second, it is a 600 subscriber-ish special. As I'm recording this, I'm not quite at 600, but hey, that could change before it releases, right? Could go down too. I mean, that's also, I mean, I had more yesterday than I do right now, so that's possible too, but that's less important. What it also is a kind of an attempt to fix some things that may have gone wrong in the 500 subscriber special, and it's the start of a theme month. I haven't done a theme week or month thing in a while, so I thought that this month, since we're gonna kick off by trying to kind of fix the problems of the 500 subscriber episode anyways, we would just start Self-Heating September. So, in the 500 subscriber episode, I did one of these. The buy was a high? I don't remember. Anyways, it is a self-heating spicy flavor hot pot. Now, the one I did back then was with sausage. This one is just with vegetables. I didn't see any point in doing the exact same thing, and honestly, I didn't really care for the sausage in that last one. Let's get the super reflective plastic wrap off of here so the sun stops shining off it. Of course, last time for 500 episodes, or 500 subscribers rather, I did go out and find a nice little creek to go sit by and record at, and this time I have not done that. I have instead just gone to the very edge of the Void Estate, and we're going to do it here in front of what's left of my wife's vegetable garden. But I believe this is the same brand that we did in the 500 subscriber, and it didn't work very well. The heating pad. So in here you get everything you need, I think, except for the water and napkins. I did find out last time napkins were kind of important. So you get everything you need to do your hot pot. But last time when I made it, I used smart water, which I believe is distilled, and the heat pack didn't work. And I'm wondering if, because last time it was well out of date, and this time it's only a little out of date, but I was wondering if maybe that had something to do with why the heat pack didn't work. But I realized also that smart water, I believe, is distilled, and I'm wondering if maybe it's just a little too pure. You know how when you put really pure water, filtered water, in the microwave and you heat it up and it won't boil in there until you put a chopstick or a spoon or something, and then it'll explode, boil all at once. Because it superheats. And I believe, and I could be wrong on the science on this, but I believe that's because without any impurities in the water, there's nothing for the bubbles to form on. There's no surfaces for the bubbles to form to boil. And I was wondering if maybe something like that was happening with the heat pack. So this time I'm not using distilled water as my water source. So let's read the instructions here. Remove the outer film and sleeve. Well, I can't be reading these instructions if I haven't already done that. Now, can I? Take out the upper white tray. So we have that here. In our tray, we have our vermicelli. We have our pickled vegetables. We have our number 4 hot pot seasoning spicy flavor. And then down below it, we have more pickled vegetables. These ones are much bigger package, different vegetables. We have our utensil packet, and we have our heating packet. Everything we need to make our hot pot. So we need to add drinking water to the white bin, which I have some filtered water for that. And then it does specify not drinking water, but cold water to the black. And I don't remember how much it took last time, so I just kind of brought 4 cups of water. That's obviously way too much. Now also, where is the fill line in here? I know that's a problem I had last time too, was I couldn't find the fill line, and I still don't see, oh, there it is. Is that it? Does that mean fill line? Do we have it in English? We don't have it in English, but I'm gonna guess that's the fill line. So that may be part of the problem too. I put too much water in last time. Maybe I just drowned it. There wasn't enough air getting to the heat packet. Because basically last time, I mean, it was fine, but it didn't get quite hot enough. And I'm thinking now that's maybe a combination of I drowned it and I used too pure of water for that. So I think we're gonna solve that problem today, because now I know, one, the fill line's just way down there. I put way too much water in last time, so I just need to fill it up to that mark. And I think that's gonna solve the issue. So we need to put all of our food into the white bowl, put our water in the black bowl, put our water in the white bowl. No, put our water in the white bowl, then put our water in the black bowl. Might as well do it in order, right? Do not use hot water. That's just tap water, so that's fine. And then drop in the packet. Make sure there's no tears on it. Make sure nothing here is puffed up. Again, this is the tiniest bit out of date. Not as much as last time, but the tiniest bit out of date. Oh, so these are, okay, the numbering on these is what order you're meant to put them in. You have to put them in the correct order, I guess, except for this. Because it doesn't, well, I guess this must be number 3. Because it says to put in vermicelli, then the vegetables. So I guess vermicelli goes first. Then we'll do that, then that, because that's got number 4 in it, so we'll do the actual seasoning last, and then we'll add the water to the fill line, which is up here. So I think I've got this all under control this time. Let's do that. Just adjust the camera just the tiniest bit though, because I feel like maybe have it set higher than I really need it to be. There we go. All right, so first, vermicelli. Oh, another thing I forgot to bring last time, I didn't bring this time, but I can go back to the house with this, is a trash bag, because you do end up with a lot of landfill off of this. So first we have our vermicelli. No little bits in there. Let's do this front and center. Number 2 is our pickled vegetables. See, last time I didn't care for the sausage, and I really don't think it getting any hotter would have helped. I didn't care for the texture, didn't care for the flavor, but I liked some of the vegetables. I didn't like that it had black fungus, but I really liked the lotus root, so I'm kind of looking forward to that again. So there's our pickled vegetables, everything out. Oh, and the kelp. The kelp was really good too. Shouldn't be a harm to try it uncooked, right? It's just like, I think that's the fungus, isn't it? Here's the kelp. It's not a bad flavor. It's our lotus root. I like the crunch on that. It reminds me of water chestnut. And then our other packet of vegetables. So I think this is the difference between Haidilao, that's it. So Hai for short. I think this is the difference between the last packet. Last time it had a packet of sausage instead of a packet of just additional veg. So it's just a lot of more vegetable, which honestly, I liked the veg last time better. I don't see, or is that the fungus? I think this is the black fungus. What all's in this again? So it's got 2 packages. What are the vegetables in it, though? We have ingredients back here. What's our sodium on this whole thing? It breaks it up into individual components. 84% of my sodium is the, I guess, bigger packet of vegetables. Is that my daily? Or is that just, it is, wow. This has a lot of sodium in it. This has literally like 2 days worth of sodium in it. That's really, really bad. So our calories in this are about 500, 635. Just, that's not in and of itself nutritious. I mean, you're getting a lot of veg here. So the vegetables in this are lotus root with lots of salt, potato, wood ear mushroom, there we go, salted kelp, salted bamboo shoot, so lots of salt. Lots of salt in the pickling process, I guess. All right, so next add our seasoning, which for some reason the tear tab on that's on the bottom of the package, not the top. I guess so you can do this to add it in. Look at that, that's red. Red means scary and chunky. So this ought to be nice and spicy. It was last time. Had kind of, I think some of that, like, was it mala spice flavor to it last time? There's a lot of chunky chunks in here. There's still some chunks in the package, but you know what, we're gonna do with what we've got. And then this is where it comes in good to have something to use as a napkin, because I've got oil all on my hands. Also be a good time to, I think, get out our utensils. We have a spoon and a set of constructible chopsticks and one, frankly, totally insufficient napkin. Okay, that was, I think, the biggest issue I had last time, aside from the heating packet just not working, was that I hadn't brought anything to wipe my hands. I found some in my bag, but it was not ideal. Okay, just kind of smooth that out a bit. All right. So next, we need to add the drinking water to the fill line in here. So we'll do that. Make our soup. And there we go. And then the cold water just to the fill line. See, I brought way too much water. I brought more water than would actually fit in this container. Never mind me necessary to fill to that line. And that's it. That's all you take. It's like, what, a quarter cup, maybe a half a cup of water? It's less water than I would have thought. So let's actually adjust the camera again so we can get a good look at this as we get it started. All right, so then I just need to throw this in. And then place the white bowl in as fast as possible and put the lid back on. All right, so here's our heating pack. No tears, no holes, like a giant one of those hand warmers. Last time I probably very nearly hurt myself when it started to go off right as I let go of it. But this time we followed the instructions better. This time it should work. Here we go. And it's saturating. And it's not doing anything. Oh, it's puffing up a little. All right, I think we're going. Did I just see like some steam? It's definitely puffing up. Okay, we're going. There we go. Hear that hiss? That hiss? Sizzling hiss? All right. And now we just let it go for 15 minutes. And at the end of that, we should have a lovely hot pot. So I will see you back here in 15 minutes. All right, our 15 minutes are up, so says the timer. So let's see what we have here. So definitely was working this time. It feels extremely hot to the touch. I could hear it sizzling for a good portion of the 15 minutes. And steam did shoot out when we first started it up. So I am pretty confident that whatever the problem was last time, and I am reasonably sure it was me, we have addressed it this time. So now we have our vegetable hot pot with like 200% of my daily sodium in it, which is kind of amazing. This is not something you should probably eat very often. It shows like as a camping or backpacking thing, but honestly, it seems kind of chunky to carry around to me compared to like the instant food that I'm used to seeing for backpacking and stuff. But then again, you're carrying on tons of water for that too, so I guess it doesn't make a humongous amount of difference. Plus, you need to heat that water, don't you? I don't remember. It's been a while since I did one of those. All right. So yeah, this is definitely cooked. Let's try a little bit of that broth. It's extremely red. I figure I didn't even get everything out of the package, and this is a extremely red broth. I think on the camera it just shows us a glare from the sunlight, but that's because there's like a big dollop of oil right in the center of it. The smells really good. It smells very spicy. If you don't like spicy things, I have a feeling this is not going to be the thing for you. Yeah, it has kind of a slightly sour flavor to it. Not too much heat for me, but there's definitely heat there, and it's strong. Actually, it's coming up in my throat right as I said that there's not too much heat for me. It's actually getting quite hot in my throat. Not in my mouth, but in like the back of my throat, like the lower back of my throat too. Like, too much of it could have me coughing. Well, let's find out by having another spoonful. See, flavor-wise, I'm going to say it is probably the same flavor as last time. I think the only real difference in this is that we got extra veg and no sausage. It's an interesting flavor. It's not something I've been exposed to very much. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Let's get our vermicelli up here. Although the box that shows the vermicelli, like, I think off to one side, doesn't it? Yeah, see, they don't show it all mixed up like I'm. Of course, this whole thing clearly has been staged by a food stylist. You're not gonna do that in actual practice here. So let's try to get some of that vermicelli up onto the spoon and try some of that. I'm not normally a big fan of the glass noodles, but I think last time they were pretty good in this. I think I got too much there. Well, anyways, let's give them a try. Wow. Or not. Let's just make a big old mess instead. Don't worry, we'll clean that up when we're done. Let's try again. Maybe get a more reasonable amount so it can actually stay on the spoon. There we go. That's a winner. Yeah, very firm. They definitely have soaked up the spice from the broth. Let's try some cooked lotus root. So it's not as crunchy as it was when it was raw, which makes sense. It hasn't soaked up as much of the spice as the noodles did, but it's definitely there. Let's try a piece of potato. Hello, potato. Firm, kind of like a potato once you've blanched it when you're gonna fry it, but you haven't fried it yet. Kind of tastes like that. I think this is the bamboo. Let's try some of that. That's just okay. I don't think I'm a fan of bamboo shoots. Is that was it kelp? What did the thing actually say it was? Yes, kelp. It's kelp. Couldn't remember if it was kelp or something else specifically. So I'm pretty sure the green stuff is the kelp. Not bad. Kind of falls apart in your mouth. No massive flavor. A little salty, but no massive flavor to speak of. which I guess means this gelatinous thing is our mushroom. Yeah, I'm not a big fungus fan, but let's go ahead and eat it. It's got a snappier texture than the kelp did. Not much flavor either, which is honestly fine. I'm not a big fan of mushroom, but it's fine. It's edible. It's not a thing I would pick off of a menu per se, but it's not chasing me off of eating this. So yeah, I feel like we have definitely redeemed the Haidilao self-heating hot pots with this little revisit to them. I feel like this would be potentially very messy. But I do like the lotus root. I think before the first Haidilao video, I'd never tried lotus root. I quite like that. That is probably the best learning part of trying these. But yeah, I feel like we've definitely redeemed the Haidilao self-heating hot pot. I'm not sure what combination of things led to the problem last time. I put in too much water. It was the wrong kind of water. The pack was just like 6 or 7 months out of date at that point, and it just wasn't functioning anymore. Or the fact I just drowned it by putting way too much water in there, because they don't tell you what the fill line is in English, and where I was, I didn't see it. But overall, this is not a bad lunch. It's a kind of a long Just Add Water Wednesday video, but I expect all of our self-heating September videos are going to be a little long because we're going to be letting them cook. But I think we've mastered this now. We just need to spend more time looking for things like fill lines, make sure we don't use distilled water for the cooking part, and yeah, it comes out much better. This is fully hot. Everything in it is cooked, and despite an insane amount of sodium, it's pretty darn good. Well, I'm going to go finish my lunch here and my sodium intake for the next 2 days. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, one more thing since you're still here. If you're interested, let's take a look at that heating pack now that we're done with it and see what it looks like. Get my soup out of here. It's still quite warm, putting off heat. See, last time it cooked off most of that water. Wow. Last time that didn't happen again. I put too much water in last time, but I don't feel like it was still sizzling at this point. So yeah, I think I just really screwed up last time. Look at that. That's all. It's pretty warm to the touch. Not burning me. Still hissing a little bit. I don't know if the microphone picks that up. But it's very, you can see where I got some oil on my finger. Yep, that is still quite warm. So I don't think you cook anything else with it, but it's still quite warm. Yeah. And yet it is still putting off some heat. All right, see you next time.